they have the hot hand, Toronto. They got to get the swing of things real quick and make sure those guns get hot. But as it stands, funneling up Envoy with the Krig. We called him Mr. Do-It-All last go around, and this time the entry with the AR, he's able to find 3.
Here we go. 4 now for Envoy. Oh my God.
And that is such an impressive job by Toronto as well, because it's a delicate balance fighting for that scrap time and not losing spawns. But you see what they were able to do inside the anchor, and even everyone holding their spawns just long enough to spawn right on top of the hill. That being said, Envoy is here, and he has been a machine today in the respawns. The opening break obviously shows off a little bit why, but he's doing his job. Just keep Ultra out of the hill. If they get that rotation to the money hill, if they can't collect any time, even better. OpTic with a 20-point lead and playing this hill right now as well as you possibly could.
One shot in the right corner.
Who's that?
Nice, good shit.
Nice guy. Front. He's P1. He's Catson. Goes Cat.
One shot, ran away, he's ran back. One shot.
Go quick.
You get out. There's two. Hey, go fucking go back. Let's go.
One more you, yeah?
It's in you.
Yeah.
Hit him with a nade. Great.
It's gonna be probably top
Great box drop.
top scum drop their side.
Mid tanks or something.
Invent.
Inside the green, boy. Chill. I can kill him off time.
Yeah, wait
Scum's
up.
P1.
Rails dead.
Go up. Scum P1, yeah.
Top rails. On top green. I'm absolutely
P1.
Kill me the back rails. Nice. Let's go top green. Nice.
Well, chance, not even the roar of the green wall can seem to disrupt Toronto Ultra's calm communication.
Have a 30-point lead in this game. The comms are crisp, and so is the gameplay advance, though. Can't quite find that kill, but even still on this hill, you're trapping them in their spawn. Cammy, he's a cutoff bait. He takes down 2 with them. And right now for OpTic, you're down by 30 points, which isn't the worst, especially apparently if Envoy is shooting like that. The MVP on the day right now for Chicago. The kid's putting in work, and OpTic right now just trying to fight their way out of their spawn because Toronto, all of this pressure, they have constantly poured in the back, even Kleenex, causing problems. And while he gets dealt with, small stabilization for OpTic is now they're looking towards that first hill.
It's that team we're talking about from Ultra. Real concise attacks. Vance will be able to get at least 1 before being brought down by Formal there, so we go back over. With a fresh hardpoint in first. Out a big Bruce. Oh, so close. Insight will win that fight, and there you go, an open hardpoint. And Toronto Ultra furiously fighting their way across map. Vance with incredible footwork. That's going to be 2 kills and 30 seconds of hardpoint time, arguably theirs.
This is Vance by himself collecting the time. He might fall, but Toronto, this was the investment they made to try to wrap, but Stump, Portland, Envoy find all the kills. All of a sudden, it's the anchor, the saving grace, the rookie that can't do it all. He gets taken care of in the rotation from OpTic. Again to P2 is perfect. And a time like this, when they're down 35, that is exactly what they needed.
How long can they hold it, though? Because, again, Ultra, a very good team at hitting those hardpoint breaks. Formal Envoy find their respective kills, playing this one quite deep from the defense. Kleenex forward, he goes, blinded for a brief moment, and here comes the slides. Cammy, though, to help out. Oh, the snap was on, but the kill not good enough. Over now to Scum, last player alive at the point. It's been good time so far, but not enough of it, frankly, for the OpTic fans, and there you go. Insight, getting himself onto the point now, picking up some time, 30 seconds here. OpTic have spawns for hardpoint number 4. Sorry, 3, on the lower right-hand side of the map, but again, I don't think you want to give up this next 25 chance.
I mean, even if you want to fight for the time, keep in mind someone needs to sit there and be the anchor. So maybe a sort of hero play, but even still at this point, you do need to rotate back as Envoy is starting to spawn out. But OpTic again, making sure they're on point with those rotations. 3 players have retreated towards this hill, and as long as no one dies the next second, they should be fine. Envoy, it'll be close on whether or not he can hold his spawn. He's going to try to spawn in with the team, and he does get it in the nick of time. So 4 players for OpTic on the defensive stand.
Here comes the perfect setup. How many kills will Ultra be able to get? The answer so far, nothing. Gamidashi get their kills. Beautiful hold. Scum still taking care of these players on the front line, and again, here comes a 2-man hit. Van's going to lead this one. Oh, and Envoy gets both of them! Unbelievable! Kleenex is here now to finally take care of him, but that has been a wonderful hold from OpTic. Plenty of time going their way, and they still have the setup.
Couple players maybe trying to go through tools, a couple opportunities, a bunch of tags, and the trades are in. Fighting against Toronto, it is like fighting a war of attrition. They are non-stop, but the trades always on point, and that final nade might be good enough to get the final bit of hill time. Even still, Toronto stripping away an extra second, but now they're setting up for the trap. You got someone to watch you. A couple players, that's going to be Bant and Caution, and Cammy, well, he can roam around. Not easy to get a ton of time on this next hill, but Toronto, they at least have the setup. The trades are there for the initial set of gunfights, but Envoy, it is always him. He finds the opening for Kleenex. He's the one now starting to spawn out his OpTic. It takes them 3 seconds to get the break on the hill.
You get the break, they've got the lead, but Ultra are now knocking at the door.
Trying to keep control of that light side and maybe trying to make the snap and jump inside the hill just to get OpTic out of it. They are setting up for the push. But for OpTic, a very tight setup. All 4 bodies right around this point. And this is a good chunk of time that they're able to get on this 5th and final hill, still accruing it. And now for Toronto, starting to spawn out. OpTic still in the hill, and this is where things get dire. That's why Inside has pumped the brakes. He's making sure everyone doesn't want to get spawn trapped, but OpTic right now turning up and starting to run the show.
OpTic have already done an incredible job compared to the first time they met in the winner's bracket. It was 1-3-4, the final score that OpTic got there. Now, going to find the win. Get themselves another hard point here, but Ultra now battling from the outside. Scump and Formula in the kill feed. The last 2 players up, Vance and Insight, looking to make their way closer. Cameras are being held right now for the Ultra players, looking to spawn as close as they possibly can. Insight can't get in on the point. Vance is trying to play this one sneaky chance, but OpTic, they've got themselves the point and they can win it here.
In Toronto right now, they're trying to set up that time to make a break, and there's a couple players trying to crawl their way through mid. Maybe you can test to stop the clock, but the mid is where the fights are going, and this is where Envoy's patrolling, can't finish the gunfight. Vance able to take him down, and even the ARs for Toronto staying up and alive. Still, Mixie is Formal able to take down at least 1, but 2 things have just happened. Yes, Toronto gets the break, but they lose the spawns for new. And you can already see Envoy, as good as OpTic has been on rotating to P2, this is what he's looking to do. Keep that green control. Don't let anyone from the Ultra slip through. You will take the contest. You will happily give away this scrap time. 1 solid rotation. It is a money hill of all money hills, and OpTic just need 24 seconds to close it out, but a couple of these kills coming through for Scump and Envoy. The pressure is now on the SMGs.
They have to hold this. Ultra now battling forward. Here comes the play. Through they slide. Cammy drops. Trades are on point. It's going to be Insight who stays up. Vance takes care of the back line, and with that, you stay safe for Ultra. It was a clean break, and now the time is theirs.
Fire connecting. Couple nades coming through. OpTic trying to work their way around back, but Cammy is here, and Cammy is ready. Scump the next one on the chopping block. He falls. Toronto inside the point. They can't win it here, but they can get close. OpTic on the flood. They're going for a break of their own. Formal trying to come out of green. He's able to catch Vance, and he found 2 along the way. 20 seconds. OpTic can win it here. Toronto, you're going to have to fly. You just need to contest for just a few seconds, and as well, set up yourselves on the rotation.
And they get a contest. They've got no streaks to clear the skies. Here comes the play. Onto the point you go. You still have OpTic there. There's the kills. There's a bit of a contest. It's still 5 seconds for the win. Cammy picks up the kills. And look at number 1. Vance has made his way across map. This is not over yet. Ultra spawning in the preferred positions. They've got that low right-hand side covered. To the generator as we go. How many can Kleenex bring down before they get there? The nades are good. The damage will be there. It's on Vance now. Slaying these players out. The contest will not be there just yet as OpTic can't get much closer. Formal. Playing it slow and steady. He needs a kill here. He needs to make his way forward, but Vance off the top rope. And like that, we're going to see the lead change hands. Insight on the inside. 5 seconds down for the win. Ultra on the comeback. They're going to get this one done here. There's no one on OpTic in sight. They can't get it done. That one goes to Ultra.
And OpTic certainly ordinarily lean towards that B site. As you'd expect, right? Insight watching mid, it is that rotation battle. Ultra may have stacked up A on defense, but the question is, how long will they wait? Insight, a bit of pressure on. It is risky, potentially getting caught from players mid-map. He takes the safe route, and now he's got the intel. 1 player spotted towards the middle of the map, and he can feel that pressure. He is the lone man towards B, but they're making the call. They're rotating to A, but straight into the trap of the Ultra. They were waiting for this.
Oh, is it a trap? I don't know. It feels like a little bit the other way right now as the kills keep coming. Kleenex, the tactical retreat, but hello, Formal springs to life. Dashi finds another one. It's a 2v1. And no, my word, what a kill from Insight. 5 HP. Scump, he's scrambling to find the kill, but Insight has stayed alive. And oh my God, Insight, what a win. Ultra take round 1.
1v3s. Bro, 1v3s and OpTic. Name a better duo. There's the first, there's the second. Insight in search and destroy. on the year has an argument to be the best in the game. Certainly a couple players in that conversation, but he delivers. He has OpTic's number.
Nice awkward gunfight to start round 2 here as Dashi not equipped for this, but that's not his job at this point in time. It's not to fight, it's more to get eyes on. Expecting the hit towards B there with the 74U out, so Ultra mid-map presence chance, plans for that bomb, calling the shots right now, weighing up their options, making a calculated guess or attempt at either one of these bomb sites, and it looks like we're going to be.
Well, you know, you can't even trust it just because it looks like that on the minimap. Even with this information, you can never be sure until it happens, but now they're inside. You'd think the full commitment will be here for OpTic for the moment. It is only 2 players defending B, and I think you just saw number 4 cross. He might be crossing in front of number 5, Scump, maybe to bait the information. I don't know if he got spotted or not, but that's the idea. Oh. And there you go, Scump, he's starting to rotate. Oh. Dashi, he's starting to rotate. I think Kleenex might have just pulled the perfect bait, but Dashi, the only player for OpTic that can read it. He is here, and well, the whole team for Ultra is too. They get the bomb down. 4 players around.
It was a ruse. Dashi still nades in hand. Insight, 4 in a row. Dashi wins the fight on sight. Envoy now, trying to keep this one together. 2v2. 30 seconds on the bomb. Anson Insight to defend it. It's a classic spot by the bus. Envoy walks right into this one. Dashi, last player for life, wins one. Oh, Dashi! Leads them both up and gets to the fuse. Bruce Almighty strikes in round 2.
Oh, the hand of God coming through and the trigger finger so quick with it.
Insight back over to street side. Dashi will be joining him. This on the other side, though. Low and steady, though, in this round. As after the excitement of that round, I think for Ultra, you just want to slow the pace down, let everyone's heart rates get back to normal. Let Dashi cool off a little bit before you start getting into those gunfights. There it is.
Oh, what a win.
Insight's going for the kill, though. Immediately looking to put him down. Dashi, the re-challenge. He's feeling confident. Insight, though, great awareness, but there's the teamwork once again from OpTic. Patience pays off as Envoy finds a kill as well. Can Kleenex too much? Oh, no, he cannot. Another good round out of OpTic.
And that is just so clean. Insight is not the player that you just want a 1-for-1 square up with. Got to find a way for the bait. Well, there's the first, and you saw what Scump was doing, right? Just poking his head out the window, get a couple pop shots, and all of that. Just to set Dashi up. And again, if there's any player you want to set up in this team for Search and Destroy, he is at the top of the list, especially when he's playing for streaks. I just see a bunch of noise potentially being made in Eskies. Toronto Ultra, again, the number of different things they do just that are incredibly difficult to play off of.
Uh-oh.
Well, they've taken the bomb with them. The trap is here, and Envoy's here for the kills. The trades are through. And it looks like Scump got back down. And this bomb, I was going to say, Ultra, this is the game they love to play. Make all that noise at A, bait over 1 player. The good news is Bruce, he stayed here the entire time. He's got the 1v1 against Insight. He wins it. That is why you stick around. And even Scump doing the same thing, sticking at his bomb site. He's feeling the pressure. He's got 2 players in front. He's ready for it, but he gets dropped. 2v2, this bomb is getting planted.
Bomb's getting planted. Here comes Dashi, though. Kleenex is going to try to hold him back. 2v2 retake. Almost in a bit of trouble, but here comes Dashi on the flank. Oh my word, the timing could be great here. The 74U keeps on cracking, baby. Here comes Kleenex. Dashi! Dashi! 8 in a row, full streaks. OpTic, this is a massive swing round for them.
What more could you possibly want and expect from Bruce in these moments?
It's 0-4. They are calling out bans there for his donut so far, but the word could change here. There's OpTic. Bans. Oh no! That stings. Kleenex is going to do what he can to solve this one. Dashi's made his way forward. A-bomb site's covered. And here comes the moves. Ultra trying to find something here. Scump, though, cuts down Cammy. 2v3. Insight, through mid. Oh, it's not a 2-piece, it's only the single. It's now Kleenex. There is 25 seconds remaining. He has to defend that bomb site. Can he do it alone? He can't, because Dashi, once again, too strong.
Yo, and with the Diamante, he just won that gunfight, but that is the moment where the round gets won for OpTic. Dance. I mean, that is a moment where if he gets that kill on Formal, he's got 3 players to shoot in the back, and that round, it might collapse. And I mean, just look at this. I mean, SMD, again, Ultra have ran the show, but now it's here. Vance and Cammy combined for 1 and 10. 3 players surging through white. Envoy, he's going to be making a call out, calling something, calling one of the streaks, or unfortunately, he dies too fast, and it looks like the streaks aren't getting used. Ultra right now just bullying their way to head.
Here comes a 3-man hit through white, though. They're going to make the play here. 40 seconds. Scum leads the charge, but Cammy on the flank. 1, 2, easy reads for Cammy! What a round! Oh my word, perfect timing. Cammy seals the deal.
But aggression, maybe their friend. Cammy again aggressive towards the middle of the map. And he's doing with the sub. This is homework that Ultra have done. I mean, they have stuck around this A side on defense a few times. This is Cammy expecting some close pressure from the SMGs to be coming through, but OpTic, they won't be towards the middle of the map. They'll be calling in the cruise.
But you'll see a few players here, maybe. You'll know that they're in mid. Here comes the curve. Straight into white, you won't find much. It does give you enough clearance, whether it's the smoke now, as it clears. Envoy will have the A-bomb site, but there's the flank once again, and it's Cammy. None other. Aaron McGilligan once again on the flank. Will he catch one? There it is. Quick change. Dashy, though, here to get it. 11 and 2. So has the artillery to play with. Inside with big tags in a Scum. This is still a 3v2. OpTic with the numbers, but not for long. Here comes the push. Scum keeps it alive, though. 1v2. Dashy and Scum versus Kleenex. What can Kleenex do, Charles?
Oh, Dashy, he just had to stay alive. He just had to stay alive, but now it's going to leave Scump in the 1 versus 1. Kleenex looking every direction, checking all the corners, but he can't win the gunfight. The King takes him down. 5-2 lead right now for OpTic Chicago in a moment where it almost slipped. The idea is keep the guy with the streaks alive in the back, and Kleenex, nearly the hero for the team, trying to walk his way to the promised land, but Scump come up clutch. 5-2 lead now for OpTic.
New look now on the offense now for Toronto Ultra, slowly but surely. Maybe this time a little bit more pep in their step, trying to be more decisive, but watch out, it's Formal. Not able to get the kill. Vance wins a big one. But Dashy once again continues to play his absolute heart out. The guardian of the green wall still stands atop those bricks, and he's looking for a few more here, but the bomb's going down. Dashy, though. Dashy straight on the side. Oh my word, he almost found the second, but Kleenex recovers the bomb. 2v2 now.
And you have Cammy, who he has been playing with a couple of these players. He's going to be the guy looking to catch these guys on rotation. Well, there's the catch. He sees both. The nade should be good to kill Envoy. He takes care of business, and Scump, well, you are one shot stuck behind a pillar. The nades are there.
Oh, wow.
And Cammy, the Terminator.
Plenty of time still to play with that one again for OpTic. It's a lifeline that they still have to work with. Oh, wow, but there you go.
Beat.
Edinburgh's very own John Wick finding the shots again. Cammy's having a wonderful resurgence here in the Search and Destroy to keep Ultra's hopes alive. This Bance being extremely aggressive. Oh my, and it pays off! The hit and run from Bance gets his second kill of the game, and a great one at that.
Keep in mind, Dashy, one of the first players taken out, right? No streaks. This is a 2v4. Pressure's on. Ultra still need to make sure they take care of business. Don't let any mistakes happen. Let nothing slip through, and inside, he's the guy checking the full wrap, watching over mid. Ultra patient, waiting for this bomb potentially to come back towards this A site. Well, Formal makes a bit of noise, but inside, his job is not take gunfights. There you go. No, he didn't spot two. Oh. He didn't spot Scump, so Scump at least finds one. Now with 2 versus 3, Cammy is here, though. Cammy's here on Outer Street. Formal trying to take him down and can't quite do it. 20 seconds on the clock. Scump getting the bomb down.
Burrito, Formal finds one. Scump now to Laundry. Shots are in. He's a little hurt, but it's going to be fine for now. Less than 10 seconds on it. You have to make the play. Formal's here. Trying to provide that close range coverage. Bance to the flank. Here he goes. 1v2. On top of the bomb we go. Kleenex on the defuse. Here comes the defense, and Bance is there. The defenders, they will get it. The bomb will be defused. And Ultra are 1 round away from equalizing.
But Ultra, they know the game. They've been here before, and still, I can't imagine the amount of pressure Dashy has had in these situations, constantly the lone man, dealing with so many of the players on Ultra, and finally, he's just wrapping out. And honestly, if you force yourself, if he's backing down this far with the sub to call in the artillery, everyone should be safe. I don't even know where you put the pings.
I mean, you have to wait for your boys to get in a position to pick up on the players who are flushed by it. So here we go. OpTic should be forcing their way inside to B now. Ultra are going to have to move. They're all stacked up. Every single member of Ultra is in the front window. They're all in there now. Now they'll disperse. 25 on the clock. OpTic on the retake. This is for the map. Scum, back onto the bomb site he goes. Envoy's on the defuse. Is anyone looking at it? Is anyone looking at it? Formal's got first blood. You sneaky buggers! You sneaky devils! The kills come through, and the whole time they were on the bomb. OpTic, what a clinical move. What a brave, bold play, and it pays off. We are all tied up 1-1.
That are threats. Ready for the battle and laying down in Tiki. Sometimes it feels like that works pretty well against OpTic, but the opening up, OpTic have actually sort of spread the map. A lot of attention over towards B, but you see the idea. They actually have bodies on A, but you have Ultra always prepared, always clinical. They have kills everywhere on the map.
Kills all over the place. Envoy looking to make things a little bit more awkward. He will. Over towards B we go. Again, OpTic, for those of you following at home, are trying to capture both A and B zones or kill 30 members of the Toronto Ultra team. They've got 30 lives to work with. Trying to find a few more here. Great stuff from OpTic here on the opener chance. If they capture this point, it's an extra minute on the clock.
Dashy though, he's looking for the challenge. And you actually have Ultra, I was going to say, they might swarm this on defense. They get a couple kills, they're happy to defend, and they were set up for it. So instead, time is still ticking. I mean, you got what, a couple players thinking about going towards B, OpTic spreading the map, but I don't know if this is the time. You got to clear out your base, and even Bant's causing problems. He's dealing with two players, and he plays them both. Skunk, though, at least wins the gunfight. And well, there you go. You get Dashy back over towards A. But he's not quite there yet. And again, Cam, he's thinking about it. Maybe just looking for the kill. He finds it, but point secured. You might be still stuck in your spawn, but hey, you got a minute and a half to work with. There's not too much craziness, as now it is the entire front. Backfold faithful. You got to clear out bedroom and go for a full flanks. Plenty of time to work with on offense, but obviously not easy to get out of the center.
It's not easy, but shots like that certainly help. It comes down to these tough 1v1 fights. Scump looking to clear out the mid-map. And Insight in particular now, he's in a lot of hot water, but it's all good. He's brewing, and it's only more delicious. Oh, Kleenex, what a 3! Stays alive, 45 on the clock.
Oh, just look at the teamwork, man. They got the coordination. They got everything covered. You win one side of gunfights over towards bedroom. Insight waiting on the other side of the map. And then, I mean, Kleenex out of nowhere. OpTic again, you don't even have information. The last time you've seen Insight, God knows where he could go. He's playing just outside of Zig, but number 8, number 6, they are taking their time just to try to figure out where he's going to be. And time is ticking. 20 seconds on the clock. OpTic, they can't get anywhere near out of their spawn. With the exception of Formal, everyone's been getting caught. He's trying to make the hero play. He's on the point. He wins the gunfight. The only opportunity for OpTic to win this round is on the back of Formal.
Oh, he's going to try and get it done. Scum continues to fight his way through mid. That's 4 in a row now. He's too hurt, though, to take any more fights from this situation. 7.6 on the clock. Insight versus Formal. Oh, my word. Scum drops on the mid-map. Here comes the push. Ultra. Final player goes down. They get the opening round.
Defending both sides as well as they possibly could in a fairly clean round. Will now be their turn to attack. Triple stack from both teams over towards A. And Cammy and Envoy with a little bit of a battle over towards B, but the opening breaks always make a difference. Scump aggressive, looking for these kills.
I mean, everyone's very aggressive. A is a dangerous place to be. Actually, the last player left up there, Kleenex makes his way through mid now, not without taking a bit of damage. This should slow them. Only briefly, though, as Ultra still keeping up the pressure towards A. They're not giving up on it. They're not going over to B, as a lot of other teams expect. That's a learned move. And OpTic still are keeping one eye on it. Come though, he and Envoy finding those kills, John. If Dashy can take care of Insight, no need. Formal's there. It's a beautiful defense. Now over to B we go. It's a hard read from OpTic, and a great one at that. Envoy on 4.
He couldn't quite get out, but you saw the idea. Just swinging towards the map. And even where Envoy falls, someone's there to pick up the hole in the map, and that's going to be Formal. Waiting for the cross, but Cammy patient as ever, trying to find the kills. It's the dance around mid, and finally, they clear him out. Bands working together. You've made it past that 50-yard line, but still 0 ticks of progression really on either side. Toronto, I think they know the deal. Just make sure you get bodies on A. Try to buy yourself that extra time, but OpTic, they're looking to defend.
Oh, it's a nice nade, though, keeping those players back. 20 seconds. Clock stopped. CleanX on a 4 spree. Rips the head clean off of Formal. Dashy there for the revenge, though Bance stays on point. First segment gone. Scum, if he can get these players off it, that's great. But Formal has to do a little bit more. Here comes CleanX on the back. Envoy, though, wait. This could be it. There's the contest. It's not over yet. 20 seconds on the clock. Oh, an Envoy can't get the kill. Nor can Scum. That should see A captured. An Ultra. A minute to play with. 14 lives in the bag as well.
And it's CleanX because, of course, it is. This man has been a machine through the 5th major that we have, and he's leading the charge. He's on a 3 spree, cutting up through L, but Scump is there for the read, and well, that is the SMGs putting in the work. Bedroom clearance is there, though, so you still get bodies close towards this point. And Cammy shreds, headshots coming into effect as well for a little bit of the gunfights, but he gets traded. This is when the ARs need to be on point. Vance is going to deliver. But still, not quite the tried and true opening, and Scum finds the timing as well. 4 life advantage, still for OpTic, holding strong on defense.
Insight's such a good off angle here. If Scum challenges this, I mean, he's playing it so patiently. What a vet. 35 seconds to work with. OpTic don't have to make any mistakes. Insight patience pays off, though. Less than 30 now to play with. Ultra have got to go. Envoy on the flank now, looking to damage Cammy, but I think Cammy's making the read here. Oh, he maybe not. An Envoy is snipped in. That's bedroom control. This is huge for OpTic. Going to get the first kill. Envoy in a premium position here. With less than 15 now to play with chance, this should be OpTic's round.
Oh, and he's going hunting as well. He's thinking about just chomping for the gunfights, but as long as he's alive, there is nothing you can do. And well, he might fall into an AR setup that do get shocked, but simply no room on the map. OpTic Chicago, a dominant round on defense. Will they ever be able to find a way to get in the spawn, get into basketball, start spawning these players out, get some clearance at B? But obviously, that's going to be part 2.
Yeah. 10-step plan, I think we said it was, on Thursday chance. CleanX and Insight, just set OpTic back a few steps. Nice opening. There's the rebuttal as we get towards A. First segment gone. Vance is going to do decent work here, but no coverage there. The trophy's going to make that a lot harder for him to get involved, and that's going to be 2 segments at A gone now. The last one's about gone. He's done a beautiful job here. There you go. A's out. 2:15 on the clock to work with. A lot of lives. OpTic in a good spot.
And Envoy, honestly, he might have found the opening as well, because he got enough kills maybe to buy Formal some pressure over towards the outer, but not easy gunfights to win, and Cammy's there for it. So this is back to the center. This is part 2. You have done the hard thing. You've bought yourselves 2 minutes on the clock to work towards B, but unfortunately, it is now the main AR running at you with an SMG. He does get traded, but even Cammy, the next AR, ready to go for the gunfights. It is just the scattered approach, Ultra pouring on this pressure on defense. They have lived around bedroom.
Oh, what a kill from Scum. I was going to say, watch for Cammy in that position. We've seen him play those ledges before. He repositions after almost every single kill. Makes it very hard to take him on. And even when you get through him, there's Insight. Scum, though, wins a big one. Now a different look as we go through Kitchen. Now hoping to find something. The shadow of CleanX was spotted there. So here comes the battle. Dashy and Scum versus CleanX. All CleanX has got is a couple of stacks of cash. And oh my word, it was almost all he needed.
Pouring this pressure on, but OpTic, they know the commitment there, sending almost everybody here, trying to clear out bedroom. The patience from Vance, waiting for the gunfights, but as soon as he makes the overcommitment, he gets taken down. 26 less on the clock. OpTic starting to move forward.
I'll go forward. Envoy quite literally flies forward. The G slide in the stairs, but it's 3 members of Ultra here. They're all on the stairs. Can anyone find a kill? Scump's going to fly forward, just let it rip. Dashy's there to back him up. Nades are there on point. Envoy trying to battle his way through mid. This is an opportunity. You've got time to make it to the point as the kills start going the way of OpTic. And Envoy can't find any more. They've got to go, though. 5 seconds. Get on the point if you can. Diamante at range there as the kills come through. Cammy from Money Window. 4.2 on the clock. Formal's got to hold this one. He's all alone right now. Eyes on multiple angles to cover it. There's one. No, the clock will open up again, but Envoy now here in a position to keep it alive. He finds 2 more, and just like that, OpTic out of lives. Scump now takes care of the last member of Ultra. They're out of lives now. There's 2.8 on the clock, and there are now 2 members of OpTic capturing B chance.
2v3. It is a 2v3, and they are on the point. It is going slowly. It is going to be about another 12 seconds. Envoy gets caught. There's less than 1 second on the clock.
An opportunity now for OpTic as we're going to watch him in defense once more. It's been strong, as you said, mate. And it is real hard to make the crack on towards A. But there we go. Dashy's going to be the last player here for OpTic to hopefully catch something out. And there it is versus Insight. And Insight wins it. And with that, he wins the second segment at A as well.
And I don't know if his ears were on point or if he's just ready for the gunfight. But nice read. And that's actually 3 down. So again, we're talking about the different ways to go to the point. The flooding through the front hasn't worked for either team, but now you've got OpTic trapped in. You can start playing for kills, start playing for spawn traps. CleanX is able to find 2. You got Vance working on the full flank. It is everyone stuck in basketball for the moment. You can still defend from this position, but Toronto, at least they have the trap set up.
They got the trap set. Oh my word, Vance, how more can you get? Insight now to save the day. There it is. The trap's still set. And oh my god, OpTic are in a kill box. They can't get out right now. They can go to the other side. Insight's there with an easy 6-free. Oh my word, full streaks are abound. That's a big multi-kill as he slays them out of spawn. Oh, run Insight. Keep it going. Full streaks here would be huge. What a kill! That's full streaks. And CleanX now the last player on the point as we see the push now develop. CleanX though still keeping this one alive. Call him in. Let it rain. Try to win the round here.
Off spawn, right? There's no reason not to. Call him in. You got bodies on point. There's so much pressure. OpTic going to be forced just to fly out and defend, but the ticks are coming through. You're getting hell rain down from the sky. Formal can find 1, but it's still bodies on point. The progression's still going through. Envoy, last ditch effort, Insight for the reads. He gets 2 as well. Still alive on the point, looking for the cap, but the defense apparently strong enough. OpTic still find the kills, and they are still alive. But they got 1 minute and 45, and they are down 11 lives. Now make it 12.
It's tremendous tenacity from OpTic here, but they have to hold this. 17-6. And it's Insight. What an unbelievable round he has had. Kills now from Vance, opening towards the stairs. Waiting for the reinforcements. A dodgy nade's going to slow it down, but here comes Insight, and he's still got artillery. Here it comes. Ping coming through. That tells him that the player here on the right-hand side. But Formal, an opening now. And all back and forth we go. Can Envoy take care of Vance? No, he can't. Cammy's there. And it's all on Dashy. On Dashy. Here we go, mate. Show us what you're made of in an impossible situation. And he goes out fighting. But Ultra, 3-1. They're on control. A very different look for the first time they met in winners. And Ultra will take the lead here in Elimination Finals. Well, we're played for here again, a spot in the grand finals against Rocker. OpTic fans going to be heard pouring their way through the esports arena there in Arlington, Texas. It's been one hell of a tournament. We thank you all for coming by. And one of these teams is going to be the end of the road.
They're starting to run the show over towards Tetris and Plane. That is where the swarm is coming from. Envoy and Scump, though, lighting up the feed as they always do on Checkmate. The hold so far, nice and secure. OpTic working on the comeback.
We should see that lead evaporate, really. That's going to be the first player in for Ultra. Insight going to open up the angles. He's not going to make the play without the help, and the kills starting to come through, but the trades are there. Here comes Bans, CleanX lining them up. All over the shots. Great movement, good teamwork out of Ultra. Not quite enough to get the job done, though. Envoy still alive on point. Formal will spawn up top right, so OpTic still in a favourable position. Ultra still have a few more shots at this hard point before they should go for it. And this could be the last one. Dashy, though, lands his burst. Oh, wow, Dashy at range gets another one. And CleanX, last man up for his squad. Doing what he can to keep them off the point, and it's not going to be great. OpTic, lead is theirs. It's Hardpoint. Should be the way of Ultra.
Cammy playing this pretty well, right? Finds the first pick, is throwing shoulders just to keep these other players at bay, and he's trying to cut off a few different parts of the map for the moment. Trying to make those reads on Envoy, but Envoy buys enough time for his teammates to find the kills, and you pick up all 4 to kick off this hill. You got the full 60 on P2, a strong rotation in this moment, and there's a lot of things happening on this map. Envoy already potentially thinking about flipping those spawns just to be the cutoff man on the map. Does Cammy make the read? He does, but Envoy gets the win, and this has been a ton of time. I mean, 30 seconds nearly coming through on one of the hardest hills to hold. OpTic doing very well so far.
I mean, he does get a little bit of retribution. Full flame control, a little bit of hardpoint time now. It's Dashy. Had a tough stuff. Takes a lot of shots there. It's hardpoint number 4. a few seconds away from popping up. And chance so far, Ultra with a good rotation. Will they be able to hold on to the kills though? And Dashi making his way towards the lane now, and it's Kleenex, Mr. Cutoff himself.
And Mr. Cutoff himself, well, he's getting tagged up by his teammate. That's not fun. He might be playing for streaks. He actually gets a couple kills taken in front of him. He's on a 5. You play for these, even though it's on checkmate. You are looking for these kills. Be the roaming slayer. Trying to find these openings in the long-range gunfights. Toby looking for just one more for the Cruise. And while this has been happening, his teammates at the very least contesting the hill. You get the close-range gunfights. Who wins the plane? Is it Kleenex? Scope, it's Kleenex. There's the artillery. First streak through, and the clean forward down. These are the mistakes they've been making where they don't get the spawns for the next hill. This time they do it perfectly. You get the streaks, you get the flip, you get that rotation. The opportunity for Ultra on this next money hill to really start to run the score up.
Well, will they be able to run the score up? Time for a quick Astra Gaming listen in with OpTic Chicago.
I'm in right. What's
He's graffiti. You ran back. Yeah, you ran back.
What's their steps? Vance absolute graffiti and what's their steps?
Drop in on time, guys. Drop in. Steps. One shot off is absolute Kleenex. Running back to their side. Above you, Brandon. One shot. Above you, Brandon. One shot. Above you,
Bomb nades. Where is it?
Bomb nades. Yep.
What's he in plane?
Kleenex. I have your help, sir. He could be right. Left wing. He's left wing. Look for him.
Yeah, well, their steps. Exit, inside weak.
Let's go left or something. So you're just chilling left wing. Jumped out. Inside jumped out. And one front time. He's bottom plane again. He's challenging. Yeah, he's weak as fuck low left. He's going. Be control. Don't worry. They're playing steps. They're playing steps camping. One's probably hitting low right. Yeah, watch your low right. Low right, guys. Low right. No, one more. One's trying to make clears or anything. I'm trying to look for it. Be right. One's going front tower right now.
Everyone tee up right here, boy. Let's go.
Yep. Watching you start push. You guys have left? Yeah, I have left. Band set it old. Trying to play start side to the left. I think they're right, dude.
Exit. Oh my, close small. I dropped a nade on him. He might be weak. He's tall. It's small.
They're exit weak.
Yo, jumping up.
I drop. Watch out. Nice. Yo, they're playing the stairs. I have right. Exit inside. One shot. Absolute. Went under exit to low like pallets. Okay. Under exit. Pallets weak.
Exit that box. 2 more. I got 2. One more. It's small.
Watch pallets.
Small weak. Kleenex. We gotta tell these guys, bro.
Left way. Pants. Weak. One shot left. Absolute pants. He's bottom plane. Absolute.
I mean, maybe not as much of the small talk game plan that they usually have, but they've just been fighting on the back foot. I like the idea of like, hey, we can still do this. We need to turn up. And they close the gap a little bit on P1, but again, the rotations is where OpTic have been incredible in Hardpoint today. An important gunfight. Envoy's got one next to him that he's not ready for, and Vance just walks straight through. You open up the P2, but the parallels come through. Vance with the pressure on, the nade able to clean up one. Playing with his food, he gets dropped, but his teammates are there, and they do it by just walking through the front of the hill.
Oh, Envoy, what a two-piece. This is giving his teammates the time to get their way forward. Any more? Yes, indeed. Finds 3, but still, here come the rest of OpTic. On to the point. Scum, trying to be the frontline man. He's going to get the contest here. Big shots, big kill on the Kleenex. Trades come through. But that is a great return serve, as again, a difficult hand to be dealt, as Toronto are still firmly in the driver's seat. Over to the point we go. 20 seconds remaining on this one. Not so hot in either team's hands. Kleenex is brought down. This is a good time for OpTic if they can get it. Again, looking towards next hardpoint, top side of the map. It was going to be formal in position there, but he's first in, baited out, killed again by Insight. You've got to make the play across map now for OpTic. It's Toronto. They are eyes on the spawns. They're doing what they can, as is Vance, and this is huge work out of Toronto.
And right now, Toronto, I mean, look at the 4 players they have on the map. They are literally everywhere on the map, and they get enough kills to at least get the clearance on the point. 30 points away, and they have their spot in the grand finals. Streaks being used, and honestly, it's the information that is going to be the important thing. He finds 2. The man on the flank gets dropped, and Ultra on a tear in this game number 4, completely shutting OpTic down. All of the kills going their way. Run them up, knock them down. Vance drops a few more. 5 seconds away, and they're gonna get it. The last-ditch effort is Cammy. Actually, the last one alive. OpTic have survived, but for how long?
For how long? It's gonna be so hard. As Dashi's multi-kills come through, Kleenex, he goes down again, but that might be it. It's the last contest. Envoy once again holding the line. A few more seconds. You can't let them get that time, and they're not gonna have it. But no one is near the next point. Everyone has to run across. A decent spawn from Envoy, so here's the foot race now as Cammy making his way across the map. And again, you cannot let Ultra get onto that point. Cammy's going to do what he can. Envoy locking it down. Dashi backing him up. The kills start coming through. Chance it has to be perfect. here on out. Can OpTic do it?
It was 247, 135, and already it's CleanX because of course it is. Walks into the hill, finds one that trades a raid, and GG, run it up. Welcome to the grand final, Toronto Ultra. Just like that, getting it done. And for a team that through the major was struggling in Hardpoint, to get dominant wins like that, I mean, taking the cakewalk through so many